Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Raw review for December 5th, 2016. Seth Rollins opens the show, and he doesn't talk about Kevin Owens, he doesn't talk about Chris Jericho, he goes right to the point and says he wants Triple H. He says that Triple H chose to bet against Seth Rollins, and that was not a good idea to do. He says that the only way to get to Triple H, though, is to take the Universal title from Kevin Owens, because he handpicked Kevin Owens to be to be the second Universal Champion, and that was a problem. Owens then comes out and says that he didn't like the way he treated Chris Jericho last week by pedigreeing him on the car, and yeah, best friends fight. But Seth wouldn't know anything about that because Seth doesn't have any friends at all, because the second he had a chance to turn on them, he did. He says that the only reason that Roman beat him last week is because he was thinking about what Seth did to Jericho, and he couldn't think straight. He goes on to say that because it's the holiday time, he got Jericho 3 gifts, and those 3 gifts are: 1, he got Jericho a U.S. title shot tonight. 2, he got Jericho a match against Seth Rollins at Roadblock. And 3, he got Seth Rollins a match tonight against none other than The Big Show. So that set up a match against Seth Rollins versus The Big Show right now. Big Show came out heel, threw Rollins down. They had a match. It wasn't good. I guess it wasn't bad. Owens started yelling at Big Show to end Seth Rollins. Big Show didn't like taking orders from Kevin Owens. He chokeslammed Owens into the ring, said, "Here you go, Seth," winked at him, walked out, high-fived the crowd, left as a face. And Rollins won by countout, and then pedigreed Kevin Owens. It kind of just happened. I don't know. Jack Gallagher versus Daivari. Jack Gallagher is a cruiserweight. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. He is on 205 Live. He made his Raw Cruiserweight debut. He hit a running drop kick for the win rather quickly, and then Daivari beat him up after the match. I guess they had a fight. They had a match on 205 Live where Jack won as well. They announced the match before the commercial break that Titus ONeil would be facing Mark Henry. That didn't happen. Then they said it'd be happening next. That didn't happen next. What we got was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. It was a really good match. Zayn hit a tornado DDT on the apron, and then he hit a tornado DDT on the outside of the ring. Sami Zayn was getting ready for the haluva kick, ran into a super kick, but reverses the pop-up powerbomb, blue thunder bomb, 1, 2, Kevin Owens kicks out. Sami Zayn hits another DDT, gets into the ring, but Owens powerbombs Sami Zayn anyway out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens beats Sami Zayn. The new Cruiserweight champion, Rich Swann, took on TJ Perkins in his first match as Cruiserweight champion. I didn't see this match, but as I was coming back into my room, I heard that Rich Swann won. Don't know how he won, but Rich Swann won. The match was rather quick, though, because I left my room as they were doing their entrances, and as I came back in, not even 3 minutes later, the match was over. So, that's a thing. But Rich Swann won for some reason. Well, not for some reason. He won somehow. Bayley versus Alicia Fox. Bayley to belly for the win rather quickly. The match that was supposed to happen earlier in the night, Mark Henry versus Titus ONeil, the tussle in Texas. They were hyping this matchup all night because Titus ONeil and Mark Henry are both from Texas, I guess. Well, I know Mark Henry is. I guess Titus is. I don't really pay attention to when he comes out, so I guess he's from Texas. They were hyping it up as the tussle in Texas. As soon as the bell rings, Titus runs at Mark Henry. Mark Henry sidesteps. World's Strongest Slam. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry wins. 5-second match. Tussle in Texas. Okay. Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho for the United States Championship. It was a really good match. Chris Jericho was convincing that he could have won. Kevin Owens comes out, even though Chris Jericho says he does not want him to interfere in any of his matches. He does not want him around. He does not want anything to do with Kevin Owens. He comes out and super kicks Roman. Jericho hits a code breaker, gets a 2 count. Jericho starts yelling at Kevin Owens and slaps him. Owens then leaves, and Jericho gets speared for the win. Roman retains. The main story of the night was Enzo and Lana again. Lana and Rusev were fighting. Enzo and Big Cass overheard that. Enzo goes to try to help Lana, and she says to come to her hotel room and make Rusev jealous. So Enzo leaves in Ric Flair's limo, because Ric Flair was there for something we'll get to later. Ric Flair was there, so he leaves in Ric Flair's limo to go see Lana. And Rusev sees Big Cass, asks where Lana is. He says he doesn't know, and that sets up a match between Big Cass and Rusev, which is this match right here. Big Cass comes out, Rusev music's hits, but Rusev never shows up for the match. And then shows a feed of Enzo and Lana in the hotel, but Rusev is at the hotel as well. And he walks in, Enzo is in his underwear, and Rusev beats the living shit out of Enzo. And yeah, it was all set up to beat up Enzo, with Cass not being there, because he was in the ring. So, the match didn't happen. So, yeah, probably Enzo versus Rusev at Roadblock, maybe. Cesaro and Sheamus versus The Club in a number 1 contenders match to see who takes on The New Day next Monday. Because next Wednesday is the day when they beat the streak. Will beat the record for demolition. So whoever, if they lose the titles on Monday, the record's broken. If they keep them on Monday, they break the record. Sheamus hit a rolling senton on Anderson onto Gallows. It was pretty cool. Cesaro and Anderson knock into the New Day, who were sitting ringside. Then attacks Sheamus, and Xavier attacks Anderson. The bell rings, Sheamus music hits, but no winner was announced. Literally the next commercial break, it gets announced that there will be a triple threat match for the tag team titles next week. So, I guess the New Day are just going to retain by beating everybody. I don't think they're going to... I mean, they came this far, they probably just going to, like, fuck it. Or, I'd love for them to not break the record. Like, they come literally this far and then not have them break the record. But, why would they do that? Why would they do that? You know, why would they? In the main event-ish segment is Charlotte coming out to publicly apologize to Ric Flair. She says she was a cold-hearted bitch of a daughter 6 months ago when she came out to the ring to say that she did not need Ric Flair in her life. She says watching Rick congratulate Sasha last week was worse than losing that title in the same night. She asked Rick to come out. They hug. She then slaps Rick, calling him a son of a bitch and saying that she is his daughter, and that he should not be congratulating Sasha. Sasha comes out, tries to calm her down. Doesn't work. Charlotte attacks her, puts her up in a powerbomb position, and then throws her backwards into the ring post, and that ends the show. It was a fairly decent show for the most part. They followed a main story of Kevin Owens and Jericho not being friends, and Rusev, Lana, Enzo, and Cass. So that was pretty good. I'm more looking forward to SmackDown to see what they do with Dean, AJ, and James Ellsworth after the TLC main event. But I always look forward to SmackDown more. But anyway, it wasn't a bad show. It was probably one of the more better ones. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Counselor Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.